Good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode. Today is going to be a very interesting day, a very interesting episode, because it is the last episode, okay, before we actually start shooting something and learning how to edit the file. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to do framing. We're going to learn how to frame an object, how to follow that framed object, and then how to plan a shoot. Okay, there are strategies that you need to follow to make sure that you get all the footage that you want. Okay, very often many people underestimate the job, and the job is complicated. I'm not going to lie. All right, students study 4 years to get a degree, and when they graduate, they go into the industry as interns or as juniors. Why? Because even the degree is not enough to prepare them for professional life. What you're learning today is very entry level, but I want to keep everything as short and as simple as possible so that I don't frighten you. I would like you to enjoy this experience. But before I do anything, I would like you to draw your attention to the frame right now, and I would like you to look at this image. Okay? Because right now I am shooting this footage using the professional camera app that I was telling you about. It's called the Open Camera app. The link is in the description. Please go and download it and install it. Not all phones will be able to install it, only the newer models. I'm sorry. If you have an older model phone, I'll try to find an older app for you. All right? But notice what's happening. I'm coming close to the screen. I'm going back. I'm moving. It's not changing brightness. Notice? That's right, folks. The phone is now not in auto mode. Okay? It's not trying to calculate the brightness. It's not trying to adjust the brightness. I have locked it and set it to what I want. So now I can move anywhere in the frame, and you are going to see a very consistent image, a very flat, a very nice and professional image. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we want. That's what I want you to try, because you want to shoot a production that is consistent, all right? From clip to clip, from series to series, from episode to episode, you want everything to look the same. Okay? Now, I'm not going to talk about this software in this particular chapter because it's quite long and tedious. If you want to see more about this app, you can go to I have a few other videos in my channel that talk about this app. But most importantly, there are a lot of other people on YouTube who have done this app. So I'm going to post links to their videos, all right, so you can see what they are doing and how they do it. And my video is only going to focus on getting the job done very quickly. So, like I said, we will get to that in the next episode, okay? Today we're going to talk about framing, and we're going to talk about process. So let's begin. Right. Now, all of you have seen movies, that's for sure. You've seen TV series, you've seen shows, and you all understand the cinematic experience. You understand the camera movement. You understand that sometimes the camera comes in, sometimes the camera goes out. But all of these camera ins and outs have a function, okay? And that function is, well, to empathize, to make your audience sympathize and empathize with you. Now, what does empathize and sympathize mean? Well, let me give you an example. In cinematography or even photography, okay, our cameras can actually shoot a wide angle, all right? This would be a wide angle shot. Okay? You can see me, probably my whole body right down to my feet, and an entire location and an entire scene. This is called a wide angle shot. The function of the wide angle shot is to introduce the location to the audience. I am irrelevant. I'm just helping explain stuff. Okay, this is a tripod, this is a background, this is a stage. That's the function of a wide angle shot. Okay, guys? Usually I start all my scenes with an establishing shot. An establishing shot is the first wide angle to show people, hey, look, we are in a lab. If I'm outdoors, I'll do a wide angle shot and say, hey, look, we're in the foyer of KDU, UOW KDU Penang. That's a function of a wide angle shot. Okay? You do not want to shoot the entire video standing like this because it's going to get very boring, number one. Number two, the audience does not know where to focus. They're going to get confused because I'm talking. I'm the focus. I am talking. But This area here is so big, so blank, and so overpowering that their eyes and their attention is going to keep going, wanting to go over there. Okay? So remember this. Wide angle shots are to introduce a scene, a location, a space. All right? It is not great for one-to-one engagement. And for one-to-one engagement, this is what you want. This framing. Basically from my waist just to my head. All right? This is called the medium shot. This is how we interact with each other. This is how humans meet. For example, if I meet you for the first time, I'll put my hand out and say, "Hi, how are you? My name is Ian." And then I'll stand back. And then this is how we're going to talk. So, "Hey, what's up? Yeah, I saw you that day." Yeah, that's right. This is the most natural distance from one another. There's no stress. I'm not stressing you out. You can take your time and look at me. You don't even have to look at me. You can look away. That's natural. All right? This is what we call the medium shot. More importantly, this shot is important because you can see my hands. Okay? And I can use this opportunity to help explain stuff. This is a graphic. This is a graphic. These are titles. That's a webcam. Sorry, webcam. That's a camera. That's a light. This is a medium shot. Okay? The third one is the close-up. That's right, folks. This is a close-up. You see the most detail, the most info. Oh, by the way, the color just shifted over there is because I didn't lock my white balance. Let me lock my white balance, shall I? Not. Yeah, white balance is locked. Nothing is changing now. Okay, that's a close-up. This is the most powerful framing that you want because you can see every single detail of my face. If I want to show you something, I can. It's powerful. But do not overuse this. Do not conduct an entire training session or an entire video based on a close-up because your audience is going to go, "Ew." Bring a close-up when you need it, when you need to show something, when you need to emphasize a point, or when you need your audience to empathize with me. If I want you to feel what I'm feeling, I'll come close and then I'll act. I'll have some tears running down my eyes and you will look at me and go, "Wow, his skin's so rough." But you get the point, right? Now these are the three main frames, okay? Close up, medium shot, wide angle. Okay? Now, if you make your production following these three frames, you're going to have a very structured and a very organized view. Now, is there more? Heck yeah. If you're a media student studying in our film program, oh yeah, a lot more, okay? But you're not a film student. You're not taking an exam. You're not getting ready to work in Hollywood. You want to shoot interesting content. So just take this tree, right? Close, medium, wide. Okay, guys? All right. That is step one of framing. Here is step two. Where do I stand in the frame? Do I stand here? Do I stand here? What do I do? Okay. Fortunately for you, there are rules. Okay. Okay, I won't say it's a rule. You don't have to follow them. Think of them more as guidelines, just a starting point for you to start. And here's rule number one, guideline number one. Please don't stand in the center of the frame. Okay, the reason for that is because everyone does it. Okay, if you give a phone to a little child, the first thing the child is going to do is try to focus and put everything in the center of the frame. Not wrong, but not nice. Okay? Instead, what the industry people do is they follow a few design principles. Okay? And this one borrows from graphic design, it borrows from art appreciation as well. I'm only going to teach you the most fundamental one, and it's called the rule of thirds. So what is the rule of thirds? See these lines? Vertical, horizontal. These lines split the screen into thirds. You've got 1, 2, 3 this way. You've got 1, 2, 3 this way. These lines are points of interest. okay? So if you place your object along these lines, like now I'm going to stand here and I assume there's one line here, I can't see, but I assume there's a line here, and I deliver my production, the frame is interesting. Why? Because now I have space to do additional stuff over here, and there's a little bit of an imbalance. Now you don't have to put me exactly on that line. I can be just a little bit off like this. Interesting already. Do not do this. Many people are tempted to do that. You are shooting my head, so my head is smack in the center of the frame. All right? Notice something? This empty space that surrounds my head is more interesting than my face. That's the function of rule of thirds, okay? You can put me here like that. You can put me here like that. You can even put me here like this in the bottom part. But this, I'm not important anymore. In this frame, that is more important. Okay, guys? That's the rule of thirds. Now, I will also put some other links in the description area with regards to other framing techniques as well, if you want to watch and learn. I'm not going to explain it in detail because there are a lot of other people on YouTube who have done the job already. I'm not going to redo it. Okay, they've done a better job. Go watch them. Okay, I'll try to find tutorials that are in simpler English. Some of these people are, well, their accent can be quite heavy. All right, they may not be English speakers, native English speakers, or even if they are native English speakers, they could have a very heavy accent and you may not understand. Okay, so don't worry about it. Follow these fundamental rules of framing, the different kinds of shots, wide angle, okay, medium, and close up. Then follow the placement of the object on the screen, following the rule of thirds. By the way, guys, I'm only using the human body as an example because I assume that you are going to be shooting yourself. As teachers, you are going to be talking to the screen, you are going to be putting graphics, and that's your typical scenario. What about B-roll? Remember, video production is not only about human shooting, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes we need to shoot objects. We need to shoot things. We need to shoot scenes, okay? Well, the rule applies as well. You still have your close-up, you still have your medium, and you still have your wide. But we apply a slightly different principle. If I'm shooting a scene with no humans in it, and I choose a wide angle, I want to sell the location. All right? By the way, guys, all handphones start with a wide-angle lens. It comes with a wide-angle lens. Simply because as consumers, as tourists, as travelers, as users, we want to record scenes. Okay, we are not too concerned about shooting cakes and food and all that. We want to shoot some nice scenery. Okay, so all your cameras guaranteed have a wide-angle lens. But things have changed because now everybody wants to shoot selfies. And what is a selfie, guys? A selfie is a close-up or a medium shot. Get it? Remember, the camera is at arm's length. Unless I've got 30-foot arms, the only shot I can get is this close-up or medium. All right, guys? So now handphones have zoom function. You can pinch. All right, you pinch, you can zoom. Let me try and zoom. Let's see whether it can be done. Whoa, there. Yeah. By the way, guys, this is called an extreme close-up. It's just uncomfortable. It's not wrong, okay? You can use this to your advantage, but you have to use this very sparingly. All right, let's go back to wide angle. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys? All right. Last part, very important part. Also the hardest part to learn because it's hard for you to visualize how to use it. So here's what I'm going to do for you. Over the years, I've curated tons of images, okay, that I've collected. I am going to go through all of those images and I'm going to try and find some very nice selection of shots that exemplify the close-up, the medium, and the wide. What is your job? Your assignment? All right, here we go. Ready? You need to look at the shot and ask yourself, is it a pan? Is it a tilt? Is it a dolly? Is it a track? Is it handheld? Is it on a tripod? Okay, that's step one. Step two, what kind of shot is it? Is it a medium shot? Is it a close-up? Is it a wide angle? Is it a dolly from a medium? This is a dolly from a medium, ready? Medium to a close-up. There you go. Remember, we are not doing photo, this is video. Video has motion. So I can start with a medium shot like this, end up with a close like this, and then go back to a wide like this. All the while, the person is moving. Which brings us to the very last point before I end this video. How do I follow an object, a moving object, and place them on the rule of thirds? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is practice. Here's an example. If someone is walking and I want to frame them, your natural reaction would be to put them in the center of the frame like this and follow. Okay? All right. So I'm going to teach you a trick. And the trick is called looking and walking space. So imagine that I am walking like this and you are shooting me. The first thing you want to do is not put me here, but put me here. Okay? On the left-hand side of your frame. Hang on, is it left? I don't know whether you look at me and it's left. I think it's right, but never mind. If I'm facing in that direction, you need to give me space in this direction. And as I walk, you are going to pan. You're going to follow pan. All right? In other words, you're going to follow me at my speed. What if I suddenly start to run? What do? You pan faster. Got it? But you cannot lose my position. I still should be more or less on this side of the screen. All right? That's called looking space or walking space. What if I suddenly turn around? Do you put me here now? No. You now put me on this side of the frame and give me looking or walking space. All right? So now I've decided to run and then stop. Okay? Now if I stop, do you put me here? No. You can change. You can put me slightly here. You can put me slightly here. Understand the dynamic problem, yeah? That's right, folks. Shooting video is not easy. Plan the shoot. Don't let that gentleman, me, walk around randomly. Tell that person, you walk from here, you end up here. From here, you turn around, you deliver your lines, and then you go back there. Follow my cue. You are the director. Take charge of your production. Make your production perfect. If you let the talent walk around randomly, you will never be able to follow them because you have no idea where they're going. You will always be chasing them from the back. Nobody wants to see a video of someone's backside. We want to be in front. We want to be engaged. That involves planning. Okay, guys? So, plan your shoot. Learn how to do a shot list or a storyboard. I'm not going to teach that to you. It's just way too complicated to fit into this video. But I'm going to put links to other videos which you can watch at leisure and learn a bit about the topic. All right, guys? All right, so we're going to end. I'm going to jump to some of the clips that I've curated. Try to identify those shots. Try to adapt. And I'll see you in the next episode where we talk about this app, the Open Camera app. You're going to like it. By the way, guys, if you try to install this app and it says your phone is not compatible, don't be disheartened. All right? Try to find some other app that allows you to do manual controls. Okay? But from my experience, I've tried this app with quite a few phones, even the Note 3 and all that, and it still works. So I'm pretty sure that if your phone is quite new, yeah, you will be able to use it. Links in the description. See you later. Have a great day, guys.